What's good, y'all? This is the real A-Town, aka RGB Fox, and I have another Hat DB replay. Now, you may be asking, where have I been these past couple of weeks? I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little lazy, but time to get things rolling, right? I've been playing a good amount of Hat at locals, and I even judged my first regional. That experience was pretty fun. I ended up doing the Time Wizard portion as well, so there was a bout of Edison as well as Hat format, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, here I am playing against a friend. He is playing a specific version of Hieratic where he plays Mathematician. Don't know why. He got in his head that Gotham's is insane, but I am playing Bujins. And the thing about Bujins is, while you can always snipe away cards that are very good against them, you know, Bujin Incarnation is a card, right? And yeah, you'll see here. We play about 2 matches. Opening hand is Compulse, TT, Duality, Lance, Crane, and Hair. Whereas he has Sue, Upstart, Shrine, Asset, and Carbonetin. All he needs is one more Hieratic monster, and he's in there for full combo. And me, well, I need to find a Yamato, in which I do with the Duality. So that ends up being pretty good. Summon Yamato, set 2, and I grab another Crane over grabbing like a Mikazuchi, for instance, or maybe another copy of itself. The main reason I did that was just because I don't know. I kind of figured he was either going to play dragons or he's going to play the long game with artifacts, and I can only beat over so many moral techs before I run out of, like, you know, these cards, right? So I decided to go for the Crane. But he goes for a simple Black Rose here, and on this summon of the level 1, I'm like, I want you to have that back. He upstarts me, and I mean, look at that. He gets another another monster here. So that ends up being well in his favor. But he ends up not banishing the blaster. I guess he just doesn't want to walk into the Crane. Honestly, completely understandable. So I just poke him for 18, set 2, and then end phase I just send the turtle. You know, start cycling some of the Bujingi monsters. From here, he goes and makes Stardust Spark Dragon and protects itself. So, you know, of course, I'm going to go for the Crane here. I could have breakthrough'd, but I didn't really care to do so at this point in time. And honestly, as I'm loading up my grave with protection, I feel that I am a-okay. He goes for the Stardust Spark. I go for the negation. He goes for a Dracosac, and I go breakthrough on it. And decide I could go Susanoo, but you know, I just go for the Duality anyways, because it's like I could lose it and I'll be fine, right? So he tries to go start a Spark, and I go you know, a combination of Breakthrough plus Lance, add the Kirin, send the Kirin, ends up grabbing himself in a set. He summons 2 tokens with the Dracosac and pops, and I go Turtle. Now he goes Colossal Fighter, and of course I'm not going to protect it because it'd be irresponsible of me to do so. I mean, I could drop a Crane and then it comes back, so not necessarily a smart play. So I just let the Yamato die here. I could have also protected it with Hair. That could have also been another option, but I didn't want to use my Crane for the Susanoo, so I was like, yeah, you know, I got the Reincarnation. Now, as I summon it here, I go Kirin to pop the Colossal Fighter, and I detach to search for another copy of Crane. And I mean, you know, I'm just going for damage at this point. He is lacking somewhat in resources, so I feel pretty good, except he goes for the Soul Charge, which is kind of insane. He goes for the Dracosac, and regardless, he realizes he can't really win this game, so he passes it on. In this game, he starts with Flammable Guard, Debris, Burial, Double Wing Beat, and Hieratic Seal of the Ashes. Or from the Ashes, rather. Not very good of a hand. I also don't know why he doesn't set the seal. But, you know, I'm not viewing his hand at all, right? So, anyways, I have Dark Hole, Hair, Lance, DD Crow, Maxi, set it in these 2, of course, to help combat against him. Oh, he does set it. Okay, I just paused too early. From here, I get an amazing top deck. I just get the Yamato, and I have a hunch that that's a Flamvell Guard, so I don't attack into it. Add a Crane, discard Hair, and I let him send his Tefnuit here. I don't set Lance because I don't think I need it, and I think I'm well protected with a Maxi and a DD Crow. So when he goes for the Tempest, I go DD Crow. He goes, sends one back with Tefnuit from the trap card, and off my upstart, I do get Tenki, which is very nice. Now that I have a 2000 monster, I decide to try my luck, and I do hit, in fact, a Flambeau Guard. But this is perfect because now that I have these two on field, I get to go ahead and search for a Bujin Carnation after adding and discarding the Turtle. Now look at him getting a freaking Burial. I mean, he had it since turn 1, but it's just nasty that he had it. So, you know, with the Maxi, I mean, I'm able to just get infinite draws, right? So why not drop it there? Oh, right. The reason why he doesn't wing beat and pop the ashes, so you know he can get a lot of advantages, is because I had a Lance. So wing beat of a dragon does not add the dragon back for cost. In fact, the entire effect is to return the level 5 or higher dragon that you have on field. If you Forbidden Lance them, if you Book of Moon the monster, they no longer have a dragon that they can add back, as I don't think this is a card that affects the player. I'm gonna check my rulings and update y'all, but even if it didn't happen, I mean, I had the Maxi and I was drawing and probably not losing that match, so I end up scoring a dub here, but we again do play a second match, so not to worry, plenty of had content here. Of course, he ends up winning the rock paper scissors for the second match, and his opening hand is Hieratic Seal, Sue, Labradite, Burial, Soul Charge, and Cards of Consonance. So I mean, the Card of Consonance with the Labradite is always nice, especially considering that the tributed Hieratics can summon from grave, hand, and deck, right? And my opening hand is Tenki, Yamato, Carnation, Crane, and TT. Absolutely great hand for going first or second. So he starts and goes Consonance, draws 2, goes for this Gold Sark, and banishes the Tempest to add the debris, and just passes. There's not much that he can really do with his hand. He only has one Dragon Engraved, so Soul Charge ain't really doing much. So I go for a early Tenki, and I go and summon the Yamato. The reason I grab Mikazuchi is because I also have the Hirume, so I get to have as many bodies as I want in the near future. But this also enables me to be able to go into Susanoo and search for another one. And considering he doesn't really play any real traps, you know, I wasn't really worried. I go ahead and set Torrential Tribute and send Hair, while he end phases sends Tefnuit. Now, I don't agree with send Tefnuit. The reason why is you could probably instead just send a set, right? Because with the Tefnuit, you do get a free body to summon. Then again, with a set, you dodge bottomless, right? So I don't know. I guess it's like a-okay. This though does enable him to go for an immediate rank 6 play in Gauntlet Launcher, and you know, I just protect it with Hair. I guess he just didn't know that he could activate this multiple times. I was kind of expecting it, but he doesn't do it, so you know, hey, I'll take that. From here, he dumps to Hieratics, and I go for the Mikazuchi plus Yamato, and I pass. You know, I'm gonna let him have it, negate that with the Turtle off the other effect. Again, he could have done it last turn, but he didn't. From here, he Blasters pops my Yamato. I also disagree with that play because I think that it was done for no reason. And here he is going to dump back to Tefnuit from the Banish Zone. On his summon, of course, I go for the Torrential, and now it's my game again. I draw into the Black Horn of Heaven, and I mean, Bujin Carnation plus Hirume is GG's. So on to the next game. This turn, he ends up, you know, being able to go for a small combo. Goes for the Labradite, goes for the Atom, summons Galaxy Serpent, and then he goes Banish 2 for Redox in order to synchro with the Galaxy Serpent and make a Gotham's. So here, he discards my hair, sick. But now he goes for the Soul Charge, so he could go for the double Gotham's play. Rips my Tenki, that sucks. Goes for another one, rips my Crane, that sucks. But I draw Yamato, and Yamato with hair engrave is not bad whatsoever. So I go ahead and dump a turtle. And as he summons a Tefnuit from the deck, I go and bottomless, get rid of 2. Feels pretty good. Goes for a Colossal Fighter and passes. I think he could have banked on me not having it. And if I did have it, and I misplay and drop a Crane, I mean, he'd be fine, right? But, you know, again, Grave is loaded, so I'm just waiting on him to try to do anything. I go Protect with the hair, he goes Debunk, and I'm like, that's fine, you know. That overall is a solid play, being able to wait for the Debunk so that I don't get the protection. But I do have hair now, and I have the Bujin Carnation. So this, plus the Tenki, plus the Breakthrough skill, not that I would use it here, but it does lead me to be able to have not only a Susanoo, which could dump, what's his name, Kieran, and attack over the Colossal Fighter, but also I'm gonna have a Tenki so that I can get more searches later on. So I could have at best ended with like a Susanoo, send the Kieran, pop the Colossal, attack over the other 2 monsters, and then probably search Hirume so I could attack directly. Actually, that would be the better play. So yeah, that ends up doing it for this video. Bujins are probably going to be the best contenders against a dragon deck or any real combo deck, because Bujin Carnation just ends up being super strong. Being able to immediately get a monster that runs over everything essentially is going to be the icing on the cake for most combo decks that set up a big board and you only need 1 card, right? Now, if they're too big, obviously you need an Honest, but the amount of times that you will draw it in this deck ends up being sufficient to be able to do this consistently every single time. Now, I did end up taking Bujins to my local tournament and I got top 4. It could have been higher, but my top 4 opponent was a spellbook player. You already know how that goes, you know. You can't really stop Fate unless you have a Lance. And then the worst aspect of it is that he had insane luck. Game 1, he had essentially triple Blue Boy, because I saw him the 1 summon, I torrentialed the other one so he wouldn't have Spellcaster for Master, and the third one he just ended up having and I had no answers for it, so I really couldn't do anything about it. And then game 2 I ended up misplaying, but if you watch Oscar's channel you probably seen me already play against him, so you know, sucks. But a deck profile for Bujins will come out soon. I'm just waiting on a couple of cards to come in the mail that I didn't already have, i.e. Constellar Omega and Tsukuyomi, imagine. But yeah, it's probably going to be my pet deck for a while, and it's going to be the deck that I'm going to have max rarity for the most part, as I do have ulti Tenkis, ulti Breakthrough Skill, ulti Yamatos. So yeah, that is going to be the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will try to push out more content later down this week. Peace.